What's poppin', y'all? Why does Japanese always pick these difficult names to say? I'm probably gonna butcher this shit, but I'm gonna give it a shot. HAJIME IPPO. I probably got that right, but anyways, I feel like this show is highly slept on, and it has a lot of great moments. I had to rewatch it, and I just said, you know what? Let me make some videos about it. I really like how they started this show off. Like with me, I like to see development in a character. In this first episode, you see from where he started until how he's going to end. Just in this first episode, the development process was pretty nice. I had to take a second to freeze frame it right here because if you look at the dude's body, the core is already there. And as for a boxer, you need that core frame. And not to mention his biceps and everything, so I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this dude to get in the ring. Lifting all those damn fishing tools and everything. Oh, this is gonna be nice. He's gonna be knocking fire to everybody. I always wondered why they showed that scene. That's why I had to freeze frame it. And then I thought about it like, oh, he has a boxer frame already. His core looks solid, so I'm like, okay. It's little small details like that that make the show. And I like the fact that they always make an anime about teenagers because I think that's kind of dope. That's where you see the most development. So I think it's pretty dope that they do that. So you gotta add a little bit of drama to the first episode. But why is it that they always get bullied by some cornball? Like, you know I'm not lying. They go and draw the lamest character they can think of and make him this so-called tough guy. The stuff be funny, but it be like, come on. So he gets picked on, smacked around a little bit. Now I'm kind of invested. Now I'm like, I'm on his side. I'm like, man, don't stand there and take that. But although it is hard watching somebody get bullied and smacked around, like I don't even like bullies, but in this type of shit right here, it was like, damn, he even drew blood. And a message to all you bullies out there, man, stop bullying people, man. Leave people alone. So I'm invested. I'm like, all right, this is about to get interesting. What's about to happen? He ain't finna stand there and take all these damn punches. How are we gonna get into boxing? It leaves you wondering. Side note, the moment that nigga talk about my mom, it's fighting words. Everybody know. The best way to get under somebody's skin is to talk about somebody's mom. Those are instant fighting words. You can say anything about my dad, anybody else, but if you talk about my mama, oh, we gotta get down. But at this moment, it was another small detail that you probably missed. Like the glare in his eyes was like, I'm about to drop him. But he showed restraint. So I was like, that's dope. That's dope. That's very mature. So I remember watching this part, I was like, yeah, this is the moment he's about to get into boxing. Like, do you see how fast this nigga? Like, you don't even see him take his hands out of his pocket. This could have gone a number of ways, but he decided to show them that he's a threat without actually saying he's a threat. And that had the most impact. Like, you gonna want to fight somebody, you take a swing at it, and he dodges your two boys, and he take all your buttons off. You're not gonna want to fight that dude. You're just gonna get out of there. They did right. They left. Imagine falling unconscious and waking up in a boxing gym. Like, that was amazing. You never been to one before. I believe this was a really intelligent way to introduce him fully to boxing because he was so isolated from the world, just basically school, his mom, and work. That was it. So this introduction, the way they did it, couldn't have done it any better. Me personally, I like the way that the animation was moving. I was like, oh, it looked kind of smooth. Like sometimes when an animated character moves, they body kind of stiff, but their body was swaying and everything like a real boxer. So I was like, this actually might turn out to be like really, really good. The subtle details in this scene right here, when he was teaching him how to throw a punch, I was like, oh, that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. And he was like, all right, this is, yeah. A little bit of training, he can get something done. Then came the time when he was like, all right, I'm gonna show you how to throw a real punch. And when I seen this scene, I was like, oh, if the boxing match is gonna be anything like this show was gonna be live. The dude hit the punching bag barehanded so hard, his knuckles start bleeding. Like, who does that? And he didn't even feel it. All of the adrenaline, he didn't even feel it. Like, a lot of small moments can make a show. You don't need a lot of big moments. You don't need to blow everybody away. Sometimes if you make the small details the big ones, the show is gonna go on for a long time. That way, when a big moment does happen, you're already on the edge of your seat and you're like, damn, oh, that was dope, and you feel that excitement, and you're just like, all right, I gotta watch another one. I gotta watch another one. I gotta watch another one. You don't need to have all that extra visual effects to make an anime good. Don't get me wrong. I like good animation, but sometimes it doesn't really matter. I'm not that picky. I used to watch shows in the 90s, so anything that's an improvement from the 90s, I'm good. I'm A-okay with. Like watching this show, the first episode, you can kind of tell like he has two different personalities. Like he has a nice guy, he don't want to hurt nobody, and then you have the boxer, who's going to drop everybody, if so given a chance. So I thought that was pretty dope how they separated the two. Like when you get passionate about something, you just can't keep your mind off it. You start buying books, start watching TV, video, everything. You just start doing everything that's associated with whatever you're obsessed about. And it was no different from him. So I'm like, oh snap, let's get this party started. Now he decided he wants to go for it. He wants to be a boxer. What better way to test somebody? Give them an impossible task that you know they cannot do and see how it goes out. So that means if they can't do it, it'll be easier for them to give up. Showed him a display of technique, speed, and a difference of level. Told him, catch 10 leads before they hit the ground, and I'll show you boxing. Didn't think he can do it. Never underestimate pure talent, even if you can't see it yourself. Hidden potential. His passion, his characters are already being tested, and this is just in episode 1. I'm gonna go through all the episodes, but this is just episode 1. All this happened in just episode 1. HAJIME IPPO, ladies and gentlemen. This has been BaggEmUp. First episode in the bag. Peace.